Welcome to the ring and all other sports. My name is Leo Connors, and I'm your host. And tonight, I got a very special guest, professional wrestler, Antonio Tenasio, also known as Tony the Tuna.
Hey, guy. Hey, I'm here. How you doing?
Thank you, Tony, for coming
Hey.
on.
It's with all the boxes. I used to move boxes on the dock. It was my old job.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. I'm sure we'll get into your jobs and stuff. But where did you grow up?
All right, so originally I grew up in Cape Cod. I was a young boy and I liked wrestling and lucha libre. And then I went to France to
Yeah.
get trained under the Monster Mac attack by Monster Mac.
Okay, awesome. How old were you when you first saw wrestling?
Oh, I don't know. I think 10,
Yeah?
9 to 10.
Okay, when did you get to go to your first show? Do you remember going to your first show? Your very first one?
I don't.
Okay,
No, I don't.
all right.
It might have been a training show in France.
Nice. Well, you said you were trained by Monster Mac over in France, right? Was there anybody else in the class with you?
Yes, training number 1, he was very jealous of my aptitude and he pushed me off the boat.
He pushed you off the boat?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's very tragic.
Yeah, it sounds it. Can you tell me about us about your first match?
My first match. What was my first match? It was a long time ago. It was there was a guy who we were in France, obviously training
Right.
outside the Monster Mac mansion, and there was someone didn't show up for the match, and
Okay.
I showed up. I had set up the ring, and it was El Poutine de Poufois or something like that. Yeah,
All right.
yeah. He squashed me. It was terrible.
Right. All right. Great. Not the great that you got squashed, but what were some of the companies that booked you when you first started wrestling?
All right. I was working for AWR when I moved back here. My good buddy Manny the fisherman, when he was a fisherman out in Portugal, picked me up out of the water after I got kicked off of the boat. Then after he picked me up, I had to learn Portuguese. I worked on a boat for a while,
Right.
fishing, ironically. Don't judge me. And then after this, we came back to Fall River.
Okay.
Then I got in with AWR.
Nice, nice. Have you worked for House of Bricks yet?
I have worked for House of
Nice.
Bricks. Yeah, last year I did a few times
Right.
when I was still a person.
Wow. Well, let's get into that, all right? So you were on the boat, and trainee number 1 pushed you off the boat.
Yes.
And then a Portuguese guy
Yes.
helped you out of the water
Yes.
in Fall River.
Oh, I was in Portugal, and then I had to work on the boat, but
Okay.
eventually we made it to Fall River.
All right. So now when you got to Fall River, what happened next?
So we wrestled for AWR for a while.
Yep.
We were their champions for a little bit. And then there was some weird mishap in the space-time continuum when Mr. Dick Lane, I don't know if you've heard of him.
Insane Dick Lane.
Insane Dick Lane
Yep.
himself had an interdimensional title belt.
Right.
And I got pulled into this universe, and then I ended up wrestling for RWA for about a year.
Nice, nice. Insane Dick Lane. Now, you guys friends?
We are now, yeah. We've had some good times. I
Right.
actually rode with him to Maine recently.
Because isn't he part of the Ghostbusters?
I maybe I didn't think he was in that movie, but sure.
I don't know about the movie, but all right. So, you want to do some fan questions? I want to go to one specific one.
Sure.
Right now, Big Bear Matooch wants to know your origin story. Now, you've been telling us some of it. Could you sum it all up now for us?
So after that, after
Yeah.
I had got stuck in this universe,
Right.
I got a job at the dock moving boxes because I guess it was the same there and it was the same guy.
Right.
So apparently there's another Tony the Tuna in a blue costume running around and I don't know where he is. Aside from that, I wrestled in RWA for a while and Tom Billington kidnapped me, sacrificed my soul to Cthulhu, and now I'm a sea monster. This was a very dark time in my life, though. It's very
Wow.
difficult. Yeah.
So that guy's not very nice.
No, I kidnapped my friend Deshaun's mom. It was a bad time for me. Yes.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
All
But-
right. Let's go through some other fan questions. How's that? Chad Interante wants to know, where's Manny?
I assume Manny is still stuck in the other universe because he has not been around. It's been lonely because he was my best friend.
Right.
But
Okay.
it's all right.
Hopefully he'll come back.
Assuming that there's some portal that opens up. I heard on the news they were going to try to open a portal. Maybe he'll come through. Maybe Dick Lane's international belt will come back. I don't know.
All right. Stephen Lambert, who, if I'm not mistaken, is one half of the Middlesex Express.
Oh, yeah.
He says, what's your favorite match so far?
My
Hopefully you're
favorite
going to say
match.
that he's in it.
I don't believe we've wrestled.
Okay.
Yes, we have, actually, because him and the other Steve were stuck in my universe for about a year.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard that. We wrestled once, but it was all right. It was not my favorite match.
Okay.
Lately, one of my favorite matches, well, all my matches in PG, I had a great time. Those were all good.
That's Proving Ground wrestling.
Proving Ground, yes.
Yes.
Oh, that was a good time. I had a decent match with Todd Sopel, believe it or not. That was a
Wow.
lot of fun for Elk Mania.
Yep.
I did one show for them. I got to be for the Steve's birthday show. I wrestled King Leon as the Underbaker. Steve Baker is the Underbaker, and I was
Yes.
Yoko Tuna. That was probably one of my favorite matches. Yeah.
Okay, now we gotta put the picture up on this on the TV edited version. So that's at 51:12. So I can tell Dick I don't have to look it up after. So the picture, like what you had just said. Now, who was Paul Bearer?
That would have been the Squire. Squire was Paul Bearer.
Okay.
Yeah, it was quite an experience. We had a casket match.
Right.
Yeah, and I died. It was good.
I've heard of every single person I've heard of him, but I don't know who Squire is. I've never heard of Squire.
He's a lovely guy. He's great.
Is he a wrestler?
I believe he's the King Leon Squire. He carries around his stuff for him.
okay, all
He
right.
wipes his feet on him.
Nice. So he's like a young boy.
Slave?
Like if they were in Japan, slave. But I
Indentured
was gonna be
servant.
nice and put it towards wrestling, like a Japanese young boy.
Sure.
You know? Billy Vox wants to know, is it true you've been spotted down dark, dingy alleyways after shows eating cans of Spam?
It was not actually Spam. It was actually bags of tuna. Do not judge me. I am hungry.
Whoa.
There's always a bigger fish, guy. It's the ocean. I mean, you gotta live. All right.
Wow.
You gotta build those muscles.
Nice. Okay, Dave Delafontaine wants to know, in New England, who would be your top pick of an opponent? Who would it be, and what promotion would you like to have that match booked in?
If there
Thanks,
was
Dave.
one, and I could have any place I wanted, it would be Ashley Vox, and it would be at Limitless Wrestling.
Yep.
Shoot for the moon, kids.
Yeah, wasn't she, is she part of the Sea Stars?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any interactions with them yet?
I met them backstage at a couple of places, but I
Okay.
have not. Actually, I am wrong. We had a tag team match, me and my partner Manny, against the Sea Stars at, I think, a
In
live.
the other galaxy or something?
Yes.
Through the portal.
Yeah, it was.
Gotcha.
I forgot what promotion was. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
She stuck her fingers in my mouth. It was lovely.
Oh, wow. She had a crazy match against MJF at Limitless not too long ago, and he was whipping her into people.
I saw clips of it. It was great.
Yeah, it was crazy. All right, so we already asked Big Bear's question. El Jabroni wants to know how you gonna feel after Jabron roasts you in Fenway. He's only asking for a friend, though. He said.
All right, listen here, jabroni. You can roast me with all the words you got. It's going to be hot, and we're both in masks. It's going to be a roast for both of us. But at the end of the day, I'm the one who's going to go home with a 1, 2, 3, baby. And probably one of the cosplayers. Well, we'll see.
Nice. There you go.
Casey Miranda, call me.
Nice. All right, Antonio, my friend's a fan of you. Not after this, though, because what you answered him on Facebook, you weren't very nice to him. Dan Ruckus.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Dan Ruckus, you know him?
I might.
All right, well, Dan Ruckus wants to know, how you going to feel after Jabron roast you in Fenway? The same question as El Jabroni asked.
I think he's a big chicken and just didn't want to make up his own question.
Piggybacking.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a weasel.
Chicken.
Dan Ruckus, you're a weasel.
Big Pojo.
I don't know. I think he also wants to know, how do you get your scales to stay so glossy? They're very glossy.
Usually conditioner works. Sometimes I use fish oil.
All right.
I do secrete oil sometimes.
All right. I thought these questions were silly, but you told me that you wanted to answer them
I will
anyway, so
answer
that's
every
cool. I have no
question.
problem with that.
Every question.
Jacob Dawson wants to know, is dressing as the creature of the Black Lagoon considered cultural appropriation?
Well, no, because I'm a fish and I am helping my people from the sea and I'm representing them.
Right. And you're not the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Well, no.
You're Tony Tuna from the sea.
Exactly.
Jacob, you could have figured that one out on
He's
your
also
own.
South American. I am not Brazilian like he is.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
yes.
actually Portuguese, Lithuanian, Spanish, German, and French.
Nice. I'm an Irishman, but with a half Spanish. Half
Oh, yeah.
Irish, half Spanish. Yep, that's me. Here's from a great guy that you've worked for, Brickhouse Baker.
Oh, I love Brick.
Do you like chud sauce on seafood?
Funny story. I
Yes.
was wrestling a match at Live Prof Wrestling, or Wrestle Party as it's now called.
Yes.
And it was a no holds barred match against delivery boy Bullet Grovinsky, who was a delivery boy. He was supposed to deliver a package to me,
Right.
But a package was addressed to Steve apparently. And during this match, I took some chud sauce to the face, and it hurt. And
Yeah.
it hurt a lot.
Nice. Thanks, Brick. Derek Michael Leon, I don't know. I'm sorry, but if I don't get your name right. Which fins do you like to work out? Pectoral, ventral, dorsal?
Oh man, whatever I got, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just hit the gym. Oh, yeah. You've been
Gym
hitting
every
the
other
gym.
day, guy. Got to work out all those fins.
That's right. And you got to stay lean, though, too.
Oh,
to
yeah.
swim. You know what I mean? So you can keep
Lot of
up your
swimming.
speed with your swimming. Ken Watson wants to know, how about speculation on who people think you really are? Steve Lambert? Ben Carceri? Mm-hmm. Is that how you say his name, Ben?
Bard Carici.
Carici. I'm sorry, Ben Carici. That's what that people seem to think. Ken Watson seems to think you're one of them.
Well, that's part of the fun is you have to guess who I am.
But I can honestly say you're not Stephen Lambert because I know Stephen Lambert.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're definitely not him. But you might be Ben. I don't know.
I could
I
be.
really don't know.
I could be Foxy Calvin Campbell.
He's had
but you
this
don't know.
mask on since I got here. All right. Timmy Blanchard wants to know, who has been your biggest rival in wrestling? So, yeah.
So far, it's been that Rube El Jabroni. And come Fenway Park, August 4th, Jabroni, you're going down, like we had mentioned earlier.
I am definitely looking forward to that match because I'll be there. I'm going August 4th.
Excellent.
I'm so
Yeah,
looking
guy.
forward to it. I'll be cheering you on.
I'm hoping I will have a mermaid to come out with me, with
Nice,
fish, maybe.
nice. There's a couple of beautiful girls that play the cosplay.
Yes, I know.
Rich Landon wants to know, what made you, well, nothing made you decide to look the way you do.
No, it was a matter of circumstance,
Right.
unfortunately.
Right. So, Rich, hopefully you've been watching since the beginning. If not, rewind it and watch it from the start.
I've been through a lot, guy, all right?
Yeah,
All right?
you have.
Give me a break.
Now, who designed and made your wrestling gear, though?
My mask was from a guy named Romero Mask. Romero Mask Shop. It's on Etsy.
Okay.
Yeah, great guy. Does all my custom stuff and like Zentai suits. And then
Right.
I had to get a custom print made and all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, have you suffered any injuries? This is the first time I didn't shut my phone off for once, and it's probably my mother.
Hi, Ma.
Hi, Mats, and I'm not answering it, though, but have you suffered any injuries?
So far, no. I have been fine.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
Maybe a bruised gill, but nothing too bad.
How long do you expect to wrestle?
As long as I'm capable. So
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, you can't
As
really
long
put a
as you want,
timetable.
right?
Yeah.
As long as you can.
Until it stops being fun or people don't want to book me anymore.
Okay. Now, that picture again that we talked about earlier.
Oh, it wasn't me. I mean, I don't know what she looked like, but it wasn't me.
Not that one.
Oh, okay.
Not that picture.
Oh.
The one with as you as Yoko Tuna and the Underbaker
Yes.
and Paul Bear. What was his name? What was the Squire's name on that?
I forgot. I think
Okay.
he was just the bearer.
All right. So that was at a match where again?
That was for one of the Steve's birthday show or both the Steve's birthday show.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Now
think
was
there
that in Massachusetts somewhere?
That was at the Chop Shop in
Rhode
Providence.
Island.
Yes.
Okay,
In
cool.
Pawtucket, rather.
Right. All right, excellent. Maverick Wild wants to know, do you think it's important to be taken seriously at times? And do you feel your Mermanian status hampers this sometimes? Or
This is a great question.
it is.
And I do sometimes think, I mean, it'd be good to be taken seriously, but you got to think of like the market and what everyone else is doing, where everyone else is this serious guy trying to appeal to like
Right.
a 15 to like 18 demographic, where we have nothing but all these shows that are all open during the summer that have tons of kids. So appeal to the kids.
Right. I think
And
that's
plus,
very smart.
It also, I like to stand out and do different because there's not too many luchadors
Right.
who do the Mexican stuff.
Yep.
So I try to do that.
No, that was a great answer. That was a great question because I think you're right. I mean, there's so many guys that are doing the same thing, and not many people are gearing towards the kids anymore.
No, it's literally
what I
just
mean?
it's literally just marketing, brother.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's great.
But put me against whoever you want. I guarantee I'll deliver. Mike Montero, any main event guy you got,
Nice.
Dick Lane, anybody.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't seen Mike Montero wrestle in a long time. He's really good.
Top guy.
Absolutely. Let's play the name game. We already talked about El Jabroni, so we're done talking about him. At least
No.
maybe till later if you think of anything. But Mr. Chad Epic.
Chad Epic. That's not my name.
No,
So I already won this game because I'm clearly not Chad.
right?
Oh, you
I
wanted
knew
me to talk about the name.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
I was
okay.
gonna say I know you're not Chad because I know Chad too.
Well, I thought that was the game we were playing.
No,
the name
no.
game.
Oh no, the name game is something
Chad.
where I say a name
Oh,
and
all right,
then
so
you
you say
tell a
something back.
story, whether you like them or not. Anything that comes to mind
French onion soup.
with Chad Epic, French onion soup.
Oh yeah, he loves the French onion
right.
soup. He's
Okay.
a good guy though.
He likes
he's always
hot
a rep.
sauce too.
He does. He makes a good hot sauce.
I actually bought some off him. He does make a really good hot sauce. I got the barbecue hot sauce, and it's excellent. How about we only talked about one half of them already, but how about we talk about both of them together? The Middlesex Express.
Yeah, they're
Stephen
all right.
Lambert and Stephen Oliver.
They're good. They're a swell tag team. I don't
Yep.
know what happened to one of them, but Stephen Lust is still out there doing things.
Okay.
Yeah, think you should take the big step and go like Harker, brother. He's doing some good stuff still.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Okay. I know you wrestled this guy, Sully Banger.
I have. I wrestled him in a bull rope strap match.
Now, who was that for?
That was for Rated R Wrestling 420, I think, of last year or the year before.
Nice, nice. And how'd that match go?
That was good. We
Yeah.
slapped each other with leather straps.
Right.
Which
Yeah, but-
was not fun. I actually got body slammed onto a cowbell.
To a cowbell.
Yeah.
Ooh, that definitely didn't feel good, I'm sure. That's kind of like insane. Leads us to the next name. Insane Dick Lane.
Oh yeah, Dick Lane. We've had many a match. He brought me into this universe and kind of stranded me, but yeah, he's been a good friend. He's all right.
Nice, okay.
Yeah, we rode to Maine recently for forgot the name of the promotion.
IWE.
No.
Let's Wrestle.
No,
North American Wrestling Association.
no. But I do miss Larry. He's a good guy.
Great
Stayed
guy.
at
Love
Skowhegan
Larry.
last year.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I forgot the name, Ryan. Don't unbook me again, please.
Right. Yeah, don't do that. 'cause
I
it's
just
so
messed-
hard. It's on the spot, though. You know what I mean? It's hard, so don't hold it against
It'll
you.
come back to me probably like in the middle of another name.
There you go. That's great. Theodore J. Liftington. I don't actually know this guy.
Hoist, you should see him. He's great. He's
Is
the
he?
strongest guy I've ever wrestled. Yeah, he's beaten me up a couple of times. He's a good
Right.
guy.
Oh, he's a good guy, but so you're on good terms with him?
He's extremely friendly. Yes.
cool. All right, great.
Yeah, likes to read. Reads a lot of books. Reads a lot of gotch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. How about Nick Delta?
Nick Delta.
Yeah.
Nick Delta's a cool guy. I wrestled him once
Right.
when I was still
How'd
a
that go?
person. It was good. He beat me up pretty good.
Did he?
I
Okay.
like Nick Delta. I'd like to see him in more places.
All right. You said you had a good match with Todd Sopel.
Yes, I did
So-
actually.
So how'd that, where was that? Who was that for?
That
was
was-
that Liberty States?
That was at Elk Mania.
Elkmania.
I don't remember when
I
that
think you
was.
did say that earlier. Sorry about that.
But
Yes.
yeah, it was a solid outing. I held my own.
Yep.
I came
Atlee
under.
Greed and Ryan Andrews. And-
Yeah, love
Yep.
those guys. They're
Great
great.
guys, yeah. And Todd book him in. You already know how good he works. Should be booking him for Liberty States.
If you want, man.
Yeah. How about I know you've been in the rig with this guy, and I think it was like a 6-way or something like that. Wild Man Congo.
Oh man, Wild Man Congo was
Yeah.
great. Oh yeah, we had a fun time in a 6-man before. Yeah, it was an animal match.
Right.
He was the only man.
Yeah, because
Wild
Cat
Man.
was in it, and who else was in it?
There was a
Bear
parrot.
was in it. Big Bear.
Big Bear was in it. There was a parrot.
Yeah, Parrot Von
Vicious.
Vicious.
It was myself, and then it was someone else.
Nice. Congo's real good. I don't know if you know Sonny Goodspeed. I do a cooking show with him.
I've heard of him.
Well, he's former wrestler and all that, but he even said to me one day, he goes, if he ever came back to work, he'd love to work a program with Congo.
That'd be great.
That would be awesome. Really would be. How about let's talk about Big Bear Matuch.
Big Bear, he's
Great
a cool
guy.
guy.
Yeah, he is.
But I try to stay away from him because as a bear, obviously I'm
They-
a fish and I don't want
yeah.
to be eaten.
Right.
You know, I've had problems with the cat sometimes backstage.
Yeah.
Getting scratched.
Yeah, you got to be careful around Bear.
But for the most
especially
part,
during
he's a good
feeding
guy.
Time.
Yeah.
When he gets hungry. And I might as well talk about Parrot Von Vicious. Have you ever encountered Parrot Von Vicious before that match?
Aside from that, no.
Okay. All right. How about you? I don't know. I mean, you said you worked for House of Bricks before. Dave and Devin Baker.
Dave and Devin Baker.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Baker Boys.
Yeah, they're brothers.
Yes.
Yeah, they like to slap people in the chest really hard.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I mean, their dad liked to do that too.
Yeah, runs in the family.
Let's go to the first female of the day, other than like in the name game, because you brought up Ashley Vox earlier. But Isana.
Oh yeah, she's lovely. We had a great match at Proving Ground before.
Nice.
Yeah, I'd wrestle her again.
Now, how do you feel about intergender matches?
I think it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I think, wrestling is for everybody and
Right.
it's an all-inclusive thing, at least these days for sure, and we should be a little more. I think really it depends on like the size of the people at that point. I mean,
Right. No, I hear
I'm
ya.
kind of a tiny guy, so I think me wrestling a woman, I think makes a little more sense than maybe like, someone a lot taller and bigger
Right.
wrestling a woman.
Well, when I saw Ashley Vox take on MJF, it didn't look right to me. MJF's not a tall guy, but he's a strong, you know what I mean? He's a
Yeah.
strong kid. And I'm not against it either, and that's no knock on either one of those two people. To me, it just didn't work, because of the size difference. I think you're right. A smaller guy against a smaller girl would work better, or a girl like Davienne
Yeah.
would have worked against MJF, would have been more believable that she could kick his,
I
mean?
can see that.
Yeah, because she's tough. How about Don Kincaid? A lot of these guys I don't know. I know them from
Don
through your
Kincaid is like
Facebook.
one of the super fans who's
Is
keeping
he?
like this
Oh,
scene
nice,
alive. Much
nice.
like yourself with
Right.
stuff like this. Like the Radish sisters who are out of there, like the
Yes.
mashup wrestling.
Laura and Dawn.
I very much like all these groups and all these people. Hulk Hogan is another guy because they're helping the scene. Like
Right,
I mean,
right.
the wrestlers are one thing, but like if it weren't for these fans going to all these shows,
Nice.
putting people over.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you guys. You all great. Thank you.
Don Kincaid, man, I hope to see you sometime in a show. I know who he is now by looking at his picture.
Center Ring. You guys should do a crossover with Center Ring.
Let's do it.
A
I'll
big
hit you up
crossover.
after. Hit me up, Don. One of us should hit each other up. How about Dan Ruckus?
Dan Ruckus.
Yeah.
He's all right, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's been doing. I haven't heard from him, so I don't know. Good
Okay.
guy, though, I'm sure. Maybe.
All right. You just brought him up. Laura and Dawn. Laura C.
Yes.
And Dawn Barrett.
Yes.
The Radish sisters.
The
Nice
Radish
girls. I
sisters.
just met them recently, too, for the very first time.
I don't remember if I've met them in person or not, but they follow me on Facebook, and they're very sweet, yes.
Nice. They really are nice. I mean, you girls are great, Definitely show them some love. You show everybody love, and that's what's great about fans like you. And before there was fans like us, there was Paula Lucia. Do you know who Paula Lucia
I
is?
met Paula doing the NAWA and hanging out with Larry, yeah.
Isn't she awesome?
Paula's
Seriously.
great.
When I was at the Hall of Fame this past year, if I'm not mistaken, it was Antonio Thomas that told Joe Bruin that she should be up there getting an award for being such a great fan. She hooked up all the guys to shows all the time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just great fans makes professional wrestling. I'm glad that you said that.
It's very much, I think, I like to like liken it to like a hardcore or like a punk scene, how everybody is all like friendly.
Right.
And there's like Zines and stuff.
Yep.
To stuff.
Okay.
Like that.
Here's a kid that's up and rising right now, AJ Phoenix.
AJ Phoenix, yeah, he's a punk.
Is he a
He's
punk?
just step in the ring with me and settle it.
Really?
Oh yeah. He fears the tuna. He just doesn't know it.
All right. I'd like to see that. I really would. Kids up and coming.
Good kid though, putting in that
How
work.
about going from an up-and-comer to a solid veteran who trains kids and trains them the right way? Bo Douglas.
Bo Douglas is a great guy. I like him a lot. He's a tough dude. Him and Dante is like really believed in me and give me a good like pat on the back, good spot. Last few shows in
Nice.
Walden, was it?
Yep.
So yeah, shout out to Bo. Thank you, guy.
Yes, and Dante, his first show, I was at the first show that he put on, and I saw you there.
I was there.
And it was awesome. There was a lot of people there.
It was.
I like to, when I tell people about Dante, I tell them straight up, man, this guy's going to be famous someday. You remember the name.
Yeah.
Because ain't nobody working harder than him. He even says it on his arm, try harder. You know what I mean?
Excuse me. Yeah, shout out Dante. Thank
Yes,
you. He took some
Dante.
great pictures of me.
He's
a
great.
good guy.
How
Believe
about
him.
another couple veterans right here? How about Dan Terry? You been in the ring with Dan Terry?
I have not, but I wish I could have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm definitely DTF, and he knows it.
Nice. All right. How about his former tag team partner and I think friend, I'd say, or foe, Vern Vicalo.
I think Vern is great.
Yeah, me
he's
too.
going to the Gathering. He's doing some big moves.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on Vern. I think he's going to break out soon.
Absolutely. We're going to bring up a couple girls here now. One of the girls was coming on August 26th.
Where are they? Where?
No, she's not here right now. But Delilah Hayden.
Yeah, Delilah. She's
Yes.
all right.
Yeah, she seems nice. How about the controversy that was caused a little bit on Facebook about trained and untrained wrestlers? For instance, like you're in the ring wrestling, right? And you're going to have an opponent and they tell you he's not trained at all. Did that scare you or worry you?
Well, I would just, I think it's like a case-to-case case-by-case scenario that I would talk to the guys, see what they know and what I
Right.
can work with. Because, I mean, preferably everybody should be trained, obviously, yeah.
Right, okay.
But, stuff happens.
Yep. That's great.
Someone has to deal with it, and who are you going to call?
Right, but that's
Honestly,
a great answer.
I think the best we could do is just be professional about it and just try to work through it.
Right.
Like,
There you go.
okay, you can bump, we can work with this.
Right. That's a very great answer. Thank you. Luscious Latasha. Have you crossed paths with Luscious Latasha?
I think I might have introduced myself to her at like one of the Malden shows.
Nice. Yeah, she's a sweetheart too.
Lovely.
It was nice. I saw her wrestle it on NXT.
She was in Dorchester as well.
Yes, she was in Dorchester.
Right.
You're right. You're right. I didn't actually see her though because I had left before that. But yes, you're right. She was there. How about Todd Graham? Proving Grounds. Todd Graham.
Derek Simonetti.
Derek Simonetti.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
He's cool. We haven't wrestled, but I think we should.
Right. I think he's in here next week.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. This will be Todd's third time coming on. He's a great guest.
He does great stuff with Proving Ground, and when he has a spot for me, he gives me a spot, and it's generally pretty good.
Yeah,
I've
and
had a
what we
good
had
time.
just talked about, the trained and untrained, we're going to be talking about that too with Todd. I talked about it with Mav, talked about it with you. It's just nice to get different feedback.
Yes, of
You
course.
know what I mean? All right, Adam Nessel. You know Adam?
Adam's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Todd brought him here one time. I had never met him before.
Yeah.
So,
Big fan. Knows a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Also has a studio. I didn't get into that one, but that's all right.
Oh, wow. He didn't see? You know where to come. Right? Of course I'm going to have you on. How about, you brought up Elkmania a couple times. How about Ryan Andrews?
Ryan Andrews, yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to him. Always hanging out at Applebee's and stuff.
Yeah, that's his place to
Love
go
the
after
Applebee's.
shows, right? Nice. And his partner, Atlee Green.
Atlee's a good guy. Yeah, they might bring me in a future Alchemania show. I don't know yet,
Right.
but it's in works.
Yep. Nice. Yeah, those are good guys. I actually had met Atlee Green years and years ago and then didn't see him for like 14 years. It was crazy. How about probably the hottest wrestler in the New England scene right now? Who do you think it is?
Anthony Green?
Yes, that's Anthony Green. Could you tell me, have you had any interactions with Anthony Green?
I've met him a few times
Yeah.
over the last couple years. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
I went to a seminar he did before one of the level shows.
Yep.
And that was fun. I was going to go Sunday, but I couldn't find a way there.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, like, who's the greener green? I think we should settle this.
I'd like to see it.
Because, it's not easy being green.
Yeah, you know he's getting married. Did you hear about that?
I've heard.
Yeah.
I'm
he's
sorry to
marrying
hear
two
that.
women. No, he's marrying two women. Speaking of those two women, have you run into the Platinum Hotties?
Yes, in Walden.
Really? Okay, yes.
Good peoples.
Yeah. And how were they to you? They treat you nice?
They're fine.
Nice.
I wouldn't get married to two women, though. I wouldn't get married to one woman. Have you been married?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
And I'm not married anymore.
Well, there we go. I was almost married.
How about the alpha male, the formerly known as the Boston Bad Boy, Jason Rumble?
Jason Rumble. I met him when I stayed a week up in Skowhegan.
Okay.
And yeah, he kept I was blue at the time, and he kept calling me Cookie Monster.
Really?
Yeah.
Was this way after the show or just during the show?
This was the entire time I was there.
Okay.
Hey, Cookie Monster.
There it is. The Jason Rumble impersonation. Do it. I
Oh,
love
you
it.
want me to do a Jason Rumble?
Yeah.
All right, hang on.
All right.
Oh, hey, tonight, guys, we're going to have a good time out there. I'll see you out there. All right. Hey, Bo, we're going to do that thing I seen on TV. We're going to do the flip off his back, ain't I right? I love it when he does his impression of Killer Kowalski. Hey, boys,
You're gonna go out there and you're gonna shoot on that guy.
But Walter, he's bigger than me.
You do what I tell you to do.
Nice.
Funny guy.
Yeah, that's great because Killer Kowalski, as you know, is one of the biggest legends of New England professional wrestling.
Literally.
Absolutely. How about a guy that just got signed recently, formerly known as the Kingpin, now known as the Brawler,
Yeah.
Brawler Malonis.
Brian Malonis is a cool guy. Yeah, I met him at I think the Haverhill Kids Fest either this year or the year before. The year before.
Right.
And that was cool. Very big guy.
Nice. Has anybody pulled you aside in like any of these locker rooms and like gave you some advice?
So far, yeah, everybody is like, hey, you're doing good. Do
Right.
this. Do
Nice.
more of that. Brickhouse Baker, for example.
Right.
T Phoenix was a big supporter for a
Nice.
while. Yeah, guys like that.
That's great. How about Bugsy Stone?
Bugsy Stone, yeah, he pulled me aside and made me take my mask off to see who I was.
And you don't say no to a big guy like Bugsy, huh?
Oh, I said no. Of course I said no.
did?
I'm not going to take
You
my
didn't
mask
take it off?
No.
Wow.
He knew who I was.
Bugsy's getting nicer in his older age.
He was very respectful to me, though, so
Nice.
it was okay.
Okay. How about a veteran and a great trainer out in Connecticut, Slick Wagner Brown?
Slick
With
Wagner.
Test of Strength.
Yeah, I went to a Rumble for Test of Strength once, and I met him. Very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been doing a good job with his guys. He must have wrestled some of his guys, I'm sure, around on the shows.
Sure, the Test of Strength guys, yeah, they're coming up. Watch out for them.
Nice.
All the Test of Strength guys.
Right. How about Toto Loco?
Toto Loco? Yeah, I've seen him.
Yeah.
I've seen him at Fenway. We met a couple of times.
I'd like to see you go at it with Toto.
You know what?
That'd
I'd
a hell
be
of
down
a
for that.
match.
I'd be interested.
Definitely.
Bring the full Lucha Libre in.
Have you run across a guy I had here a couple weeks ago? Brandito Davis.
We had a match
Really?
last year for RWA's Legacy.
Did you beat him?
I did not. I came up short. But it was a fun match. He was a challenging opponent.
Right.
And he does the drives, and he goes far. Good for him.
Yeah, he does. I think he's actually was just with Jason Rumble, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he does the VCW.
Yes. How about a kid, another up-and-coming young kid, down from the Bell Time Club, Alec the Prize Price.
Alec the Prize. Alec the swearing on the public access TV prize.
Oh,
Yeah.
you saw his episode.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I like him. He's a
Yeah.
sweet kid. He's all right. Yeah, Scooter guy. I love the scooters.
Scooter, what does that mean?
I don't know. He posted something about a scooter. I have a scooter.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. How about some guy, I think this is going to be the first time I ever brought his name up, and I think I saw that you had wrestled him on. Grayson Flax?
Flax. Who's that?
I don't know. Who is
Oh, no, I never wrestled him. No.
Okay. Because I don't even know who he is. But you said earlier you're going to be at the El Mundo Festival,
Yes.
August 4th.
That's right.
And it's a Sunday, and bell time's at 11 o'clock. And this is put on by the Bell Time Club in Dante Luna, correct?
Yes.
Nice. So, guys, got to hit that show. I want to bring up just a bunch of other up-and-coming wrestlers. okay?
Sure.
Do you know C.J. Cruz?
CJ Cruz. No.
No. Okay. How about D.L. Hurst?
Yes, I've met DL Hurst.
Yep,
At
and
Wrestle
he's-
Party shows.
What's up?
I'd wrestle him. I think we'd have a banger.
Yeah. Nice. What about his sometimes tag team partner, Brett Domino?
I haven't met him.
You haven't met Brett Domino?
Probably one of the very few people I have not.
All right. How about, have you met Jose Perez?
Yeah, of course I met Jose.
All right. He must have given you some solid.
Yeah, he's a
Advice?
good guy. Yeah. Actually, we did the mass thing at XWA briefly for a short time, so that was
okay.
fine.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, you wrestle mostly for who right now? Mostly.
Right now, I go between
Proving
usually
Ground?
just yes, it's PG Proving Ground. I do the Bell Time Club when Dante needs
Yep.
me, and then occasionally I'll do NCW here and there.
Okay. So now, what's going on like for you right now in the Bell Time Club? Who have you been like feuding with? and
El
all that?
Jabroni has
So
been
it's-
the guy right now.
Okay.
Been me and him.
Can you tell me about how that feud started?
Well, I showed up to the Test of Strength show for Rumble.
Yep.
And he kicked me out very early in the Rumble, and I was very upset about this.
Okay.
But then he got to talking. I heard him really talking some smack backstage. So I had to say something.
Right.
Then he had to say something. And this became a battle of words. And it spilled onto the social medias. Yeah, so it's just, some people shouldn't step out of their boundaries and should respect guys just because
right.
they're different.
Yeah. And he overstepped his boundaries.
He
for
overstepped it, and I'm going to
Yep.
shut his face.
Sure. Nice. Now, do you know where he's out of? Like, where does he wrestle out of?
Out of an orphanage, I think.
Really?
Probably.
That's why he's just a jabroni.
Yeah.
All right. Now, when you were in Proving Ground, who were you feuding with there? Or who you've had your matches with?
I've wrestled almost everyone in Proving Ground in like the Proving Ground matches that they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to wrestle. I even got to wrestle Mr. Grimm. Have you heard of him?
Yeah,
from
I've
down
heard of
south?
Mr. Grimm. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
I've got to wrestle Asana. Like we had
Nice.
mentioned, I
Yep.
wrestled King Leon a bunch of times.
Now he's making quite a name for himself too.
Oh, yeah,
King
he's
Leon,
great.
the 6th, correct?
Yeah.
I don't want to get it wrong because
Yeah,
I
because
don't
the
wanna
other 5 are jabronis.
Yes, and you said he has a squire.
Yes.
And does he have anybody else in his entourage?
Not lately, I don't believe.
Okay, cool. So he's been nothing but a thorn in your side pretty much too.
Kinda, but he's all right, I
He's-
guess.
Yeah. All right.
Put
Now,
me in the ring, guy. We'll settle it.
have you had any interactions with the big guy, Kevin Giles?
Kevin Giles, other than just saying hi, no, I have not.
Now, do you want to wrestle him?
I will wrestle anyone you put me in the ring with, guy.
Nice.
Anyone, brother.
That's awesome because then you definitely have it because that guy scares me. He's a big dude.
Yeah.
How about speaking of scary and big dudes, we already talked about Bugsy Stone too. How about Stiff Mike? Do you know Stiff Mike?
I haven't met him, or I have met him.
You
I
have
think
met
I have met him, yes.
All right, because he's a big scary guy too.
Oh, yeah.
You know. Do you follow the product on TV at all? Pro wrestling on TV? Do you watch anything?
Haphazardly.
Yeah. So are you following NXT at all?
Not lately.
Okay. Because you know that there are some New England guys down in NXT right now. That are
I'm
killing
aware.
it. Nice. Okay. Have you run across the Pitbull, Marcus Santiago?
No, I have not.
Okay. Because he was a guest here, and he's another animal. That's why I figured I'd ask.
Woof. All right,
You know
cool.
what I mean? I'm trying to think what I want to try something different here. How about this? Do you watch what's your favorite music? What do you like for music?
Me, I listen to a lot of different stuff. Right now, I'm on like a hardcore kick.
Yep.
I listen to a lot of Converge. Yeah, and some, can't remember the names right now. Stuff like that.
All right. That's a little heavier than what I'm into. But what about you watch any shows? Any popular TV shows or anything like that?
I didn't finish Stranger Things, so please don't spoil it for me. I'm only like 3 episodes
Yeah,
in.
me too. I think
Besides
I'm on
that, I like
4.
Star Trek.
Yeah.
I like Red Dwarf.
Nice.
How about you? How did you start in this business?
I just started going to shows, man, when I was 7 years old.
Catering, yes?
Catering, the first show I ever
get this.
catered.
Get this. This guy says he does catering, but there's no food in here.
Yeah, there is
no food.
Because I don't, it's the other show.
You do a great job cleaning these blocks, though.
I got to say, man, the
gotta say,
windows
man.
look good, don't they?
He does a great job.
Yep. But no, like your question, I just fell in love with wrestling when I was 7 years old. And the catering thing just happened I went to the Ring of Honor show, and as I was standing there, it just hit me like, how can I be part of this somehow?
That's amazing.
And I talked to the owner, had a picture taken with him. And then on Monday, I called him up on the phone, and I told him, I said, hey, man, I don't know if you remember me, but I had my picture taken with you. He goes, I remember exactly who you are because you're the only one that asked for a picture. And talked catering, and boom, before you know it, I was catering the Ring of Honor shows, man.
Lovely.
And it was awesome.
That's great.
Have you ever been to a Ring of Honor show?
I have not been to a Ring of Honor show, but I do occasionally like to watch them
Yep.
when I can get the live stream for free on Facebook or like one of those pirated sites.
Yeah. And well, right now, a New England professional wrestler is the heavyweight champion, Matt Taven.
That's amazing.
Yep. I think I want to say he went to, went to school at Pinkerton, the same school that Todd Sopel and Brian Malonis went to.
They did a show there just recently, yes?
Just recently, yes.
That's
yes.
amazing.
And Taven was there signing autographs. So it was like a week or two before he won the Ring of Honor championship,
Wow, what time?
which was incredible, you know. And then he's also got his Kingdom partners are down there too. TK Orion. Have you met TK yet?
I have not met him.
Okay. And Vinny Marsaglia.
Neither.
Dude, those guys will give you good advice. Those guys are really good. Wish them nothing but the best, right? I'm sure you feel the same way,
I wish everyone the best.
right?
Yeah, this is great.
Who in New England do you want to wrestle that you haven't wrestled? I mean, there's got to be a whole. Who would you like to get in the ring with?
So far, well, we mentioned Ashley Vox.
Yep.
Yeah. I would like to wrestle CJ Cruz.
Yep.
I would love to wrestle Alec DePrice
Yes.
if the price is right.
Those would be good matches. I think Alec Price and CJ got something going on at Let's Wrestle.
Oh, they got some heat, brother.
Yeah, they do. And I bet you those matches are good. I think they already had at least one. And if I'm not mistaken, Alec came out on top.
Yeah. I've always wanted to wrestle the Masso Mike McCarthy.
Yes.
Yeah, I like Mike McCarthy a lot.
Yep.
That'd be a lot of fun. I'd like to wrestle Stephen Lust in a
Yes.
one-on-one contest
Yep.
without like another person.
Right.
Same thing with Bullet and King Leon.
Now, Bullet, is that Bullet Joe?
Yeah.
Okay. He's he had a match at Chaotic I went to, him and his partner, and they the Little Giants.
Those are good guys, yeah.
Yeah, so
I
have
like
you ever
Robbie.
been in the ring with those guys?
No, not yet.
Because both those guys are really good, man. Definitely.
But
I'd
Bullet,
love
I
to
would
see you
love
wrestle.
to put on a clinic with Bullet, and I bet we
Right.
could really pull it off really good.
So, do you have any shows coming up that it's booked besides the Fenway one that we can tell the people about where they can see you live?
Yeah, let me check the
right.
good old calendar
Yeah.
there. Hang on.
And
'cause
you're also on Facebook.
I'm also on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter at Antonio Tunacio if you're reading down
Yep,
there.
That's right.
So please,
just read it, guys.
follow
Write
me.
it down. Follow them everywhere.
Yeah. What do you think of that one? She's nice, right?
Yeah, oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, getting in there, guy.
I like their scales.
Oh, yeah. July 27th, I'm going to be at the Kids' Day in North Attleboro for NCW.
NCW. That's what is that? Northeast right?
Northeast Championship Wrestling.
Nice,
Yeah.
okay.
That's going to be a good time. I did it last year. I wrestled the uncontrollable Steve Weiner before he knocked his head and reset himself back to whatever the
He's
regular
a
Steve
turtle
Weiner.
again, I hope. Okay, 'cause I was gonna say I've only known Steven as a turtle, and I hope he stays a turtle.
But yes, anytime there's like a show with a bunch of kids, I
Yeah.
try to get on.
Right. Oh, that's great. Yeah, and I mean to wrestle, you should team up with Turtle now.
Maybe.
You guys would be a hell of a tag team.
Or maybe
I love
if
Steve's
Dick
a great
Lane
guy.
will let me in, perhaps. We'll see.
All right. So, but like you said, you're gonna be wrestling El Jabroni at Fenway Park.
Yeah.
Now, does he have an entourage of people that you know what I mean? Like,
I
does
don't
have a
know. He
manager
better
or
not. He
anything?
better become. Actually, we were fighting over Doc Ozone being our manager. I still think Doc Ozone should be my manager.
I
Doc,
think
come on.
he
I
should
love
be
you,
your
Doc.
manager too, because
I love
Doc's
you, Doc.
great.
I love Doc.
Yep. And I think everybody does, unless you're going
Doc
against
is
one of his
love.
opponents.
But you know what? If he does chooses to be El Jabroni's manager and he has to do what he has to does to make sure his client wins, then I respect that.
Doc, man, back this guy.
Come on, man.
Al Jabroni's never done the show. He's done the show. You know what I mean? Come on, Doc, do the right thing. You know, and next time I see you, we'll have a nice little purple, yellowish, orange thing.
Why don't we talk about some guys that like I feel like maybe like I don't want to say underrated, but should be like
All
brought
right.
a bit
So
more
who do you
attention.
feel is underrated right now?
Jason Devine and Ricky Medeiros.
Okay. Now where are they out of?
They wrestle out of RWA, and
Okay.
they're currently the RICW and RID tag team RWA tag team champions.
Nice. And
Both
they
of
were
them.
trained by.
I'm not sure who
Okay.
actually. I assume Brickhouse Baker.
Okay.
Or maybe it was Yankee Pro. Either way, I think you should look into Jason Devine and Ricky Medeiros. A couple of good guys.
Yeah.
Sean Lita's a great guy. I don't know if you've seen Sean Lita.
Sean Lita, yep.
Oh, Sean Lita should be on the show sometime. He's
Hey,
amazing.
maybe we'll make it happen.
I love making him laugh.
Nice, nice. And there's so many up and coming guys around here. But why don't we talk about a few veterans that are around here right now? Like guys like he's still young into his career, but he's probably looked at more as a veteran to some of the guys now. Josh Briggs. Have you crossed Josh Briggs yet?
I met him only once briefly, and that was about it. I
He's
would
a
like to meet
big
him
guy.
more. He is very tall.
Very big.
Very tall.
How about Cam Zagami?
Yeah, I haven't met. I think I did meet him at an NCW show briefly.
Okay, because
Said
he
hi.
won the Young Lions Cup, which I think you'd be perfect for next
I think
year.
I would be perfect for that. Yes,
know?
yes, I agree with you.
Have you ever seen any? Have you ever watched any matches from the Young Lions Cup at Chikara?
I do try my best to keep up with independent wrestling like Chikara
Yep.
and stuff like Beyond.
I think you'd be perfect for Chikara. I really do, man. You should be sending them their stuff all the time. 'Cause
Hey,
you
call
would
me
be
Quack.
Perfect.
Let's
Quack.
do this.
Telling you, man. Bryce, Joey Eastman, make it happen.
Hey, Mark Adam Haggerty, let's shout out to him. Hey,
yeah,
put in
how
a
you
word
doing,
for me.
Mark? Good guy. He's killing it everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, a great ring announcer. I'm sorry, but I can't call him the best. That belongs to Rich Palladino. But Mark is a solid second right now.
Very close.
And
second.
I guarantee you, Mark would probably say that too. Rich has been doing it for so long. You know what I mean?
I hope
And
to
he's
get
built
announced
up.
by Rich Palladino at least once.
I would love to see him, you know, because is he doing the Fenway show?
I do
love
not
that.
know. I don't think so.
Oh, that's too bad.
But
'cause-
nothing pleases me more than a dead serious person saying tuna or a crowd of 100 people shouting tuna. That
Right,
is-
that must be pretty cool, huh?
oh, it's the silliest thing ever, and I get people to do it, and it's
Right.
very satisfying.
Yeah. Now, who's the ring announcer for I'm sorry, Elk Mania. Is that Ryan? Does Ryan do the ring announcing?
It's either Ryan or it's Adam Salazar.
Adam. Yes. So have you had? Adam's a great guy too. Have you had any good talks with Adam at all?
Yeah, just said hi.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh man, I didn't know you were that guy." Yeah, I'm that guy.
Nice, nice. So he actually knew you from before.
Sure.
Okay. So before you went to France.
Yeah.
All right. Now, how long altogether have you been wrestling now as Tony the Tuna?
Only about 2 or 3 years. I'm somewhat new.
Yep.
And like I said, I was, turned into a sea monster. I was stuck in a dungeon in a basement for a couple of months, so I
Yep.
lost my job, and I'm just trying to get back on my feet and stuff.
Right.
Thankfully I got the Dante Luna deal going.
Right.
With the Belt Time Club.
Yep.
And as a part-time job, I do voice work, but I can't say for who.
Oh, nice.
Confidentiality reasons.
Right. That's
But
cool.
if you listen to the radio, it might show up.
Nice, nice. Now, have you ever had dreams of being on the radio or anything like that?
No.
Or acting or anything like that? You do voiceover work.
Sure, I would love to be an actor. That'd be great.
Right?
I would do it.
They could do your life story.
Oh, yeah.
That would be pretty cool. Did you ever see the movie with Jerry Lewis as a fish, Mr. Lipstick or something like that? Did you
No,
see
I
that
have
movie?
not. Never heard of it.
Oh, I'll have to say, Dick will probably know off when we go off here. He'll be able to tell us.
I
the
do
name of
like The
movie.
Shape of Water, though. That was a good one.
Yeah, you like that. How about you? Did you like Little Mermaid?
Little Mermaid was great. It's a good favorite. Creature from the Black Lagoon, obviously.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of the second one, even though it's not very good.
What about did you like Jaws?
Jaws, of course I like Jaws.
That didn't scare you?
That was a great movie. Lovely movie.
All right, that's cool. Let's talk about some more wrestlers.
Sure.
How about I'd rather talk about trainers. You know some of the trainers around. There's a lot of training in New England, right?
Yes.
You say, I mean,
All of it.
Brian Fury. Do you know Brian at all?
I have not met Brian.
Great. He has the New England Pro Wrestling Academy. Also owns Chaotic Wrestling. We brought up Slick earlier with the Test of Strength.
Yes.
Taven has got the Kingdom. Is it called the Kingdom down there in Rhode Island? Do
I
you
think
know?
it's just the XWA training school, but I could be wrong. Maybe it is the Kingdom Training
Okay,
School.
and that's the three of the Kingdom. And then we got down at Top Rope, you have Ryan Drew.
Yeah.
You know Ryan at all?
I haven't met them.
He's got some young kids right now. There's a kid named Brett Goslin. Do you know him?
Oh, yeah, I met Brett.
Yeah. How is he? I heard he
he's
was
okay.
arrogant. Is he arrogant?
He's been very nice to me.
Okay, because I only know him as Donovan Piper.
Yeah.
And he knows that now because I told him that. He'll never really be Brett Goslin. He's just Donovan Piper. I can tell you off air afterwards. He knows.
Okay.
He knows why I call him that.
Okay.
You know? What companies do you want to work for within the next couple of years?
Whichever one is willing to book me and put me on their show. I'm not particular.
Okay.
As
So
long
you
as,
don't, do you have
as long
any
as
goals?
they have the whole,
Yeah, the
the
envelope.
scratch if you're talking to me.
Right. Do you have any goals for working anywhere in the next couple of years? Do you
I would like to check out Excellence Pro.
Yep.
Like any more lighthearted feds like Chikara, I would like to check out if possible.
Yep.
And anytime there's something new that pops up, I send them an email because you never know.
That's true. You never know. So you've watched Chikara quite a bit?
Some
you'd say?
here and there, I'm not like religious, but yes.
Right. Who are some of the guys that you like over there?
I very much like watching like Solo Darlin is very
Yep.
good.
Yes.
There's the ants, the green ants, the
Yep.
hermit crabs. Yeah, guys like that.
Nice. I'm a fan. I was a fan of Ultramantis Black.
Oh yeah.
You know,
yeah, totally,
he's
yeah.
really good. The Los Ice Creams.
Yes.
Those are really, really fun to watch. You know what I mean?
And Ashley Vox when she's Oceana
Yes.
with
Ashley.
with the Murloc guy.
Yep. And also Sydney Bacabella's there. Have you run into Sydney Bacabella?
No.
No. Wow. You need to. Maybe you and Sydney could do some business.
He's been around for like decades, isn't he?
Yeah, probably since like the 60s.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
And he's still going.
Yeah, he's still going. And he looks fabulous for 97 years old.
Must have been the steroids in the 80s.
Probably.
I would put it to that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know if Sydney really did the steroids.
Wisterol.
But he might have. I really don't know. But then there's also they had the big guys too down there. The Flex Rumble Crunch. You ever see him?
Sounds like a morning
And
cereal.
Max Smash Master. I mean, you're talking these guys were like 6'6", 300 and something pound monsters.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think they eat guys like you. Not like I'm not saying that you're too weak to fight them.
I mean, if
I'm
they're
just
into
saying
that.
if your back is turned, watch out. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
You know what I mean?
don't turn your back on people in the ring, obviously.
Exactly, or even in the locker room if you know they're around because they're so big. You know. What about some of your favorite female wrestlers that are around here in New England right now? But I know you said Ashley Vox, and we all know she's great, and we brought up Isana and Davian. Is there anyone else that I'm missing?
I would say Sierra. Sierra's doing some good stuff.
Yes, yep.
Look at the young Sierra.
Yep. What about
Whippersnapper.
Skylar? Skylar's another one. You know Skylar?
I don't actually know.
She's the redheaded one. Yeah, she's pretty good. Have you run into Tasha Steeles?
No.
She's
But very good with the whole culture thing. Good for them
Yes,
guys.
so you're familiar with the culture.
Tripleicious. Yeah. I keep up with like I said, I keep up with the independent stuff
Right,
and the local stuff.
Yeah, I mean, those guys are killing right now. Holding, the only title they're not holding is the New England title.
Not yet.
And that, exactly, not yet, because they haven't decided to go after it yet. You're right, for the culture, baby.
Oh, yeah. Tripleicious is great.
Yes, he is.
There's another guy.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Trips.
Nice. Now, Trips, he give you some good solid advice? Because I would imagine he would if you asked him, like, do you go and ask guys sometimes, hey, could you watch my match and maybe give me some feedback?
I try to ask people all the time if
Nice.
if they want to, sure.
Yeah, nice, good, because I think that's something that, a young guy that wants to get better does.
Yeah,
you know?
one guy I wrestled recently, I had a lot of fun wrestling, was the Abominable CPA.
That he comes from out in the Jersey
The
area,
Thicky
right?
Morton, yeah, we put on a banger. Did
Nice.
recently at OG's Trailer Park for Wrestle Party.
For
It was
Wrestle
100
Party.
degrees. It was terrible.
Nice. Yeah, no,
Terribly
but
hot.
I've heard. Now, what'd you say? The Abominable?
CPA, yes.
Nice. Okay.
He will do the taxes for you.
Oh, absolutely. I think he comes from the same school as the alien chick, Chris Statlander,
Oh, yeah.
from Creator Pro, and that's the same place that MJF came from.
Oh, yeah, I'd like to go check that place out. With
Yeah.
the Wrestle Pro guys, I like that stuff a lot.
Yeah, and now they're but in the Wrestle Pro, that used to be the old PWS, and they're killing it right now. They were in Alaska.
No, I saw that.
Isn't that wild though?
Very.
I mean, wrestling isn't in Alaska, so they brought it to them, and I think they just brought it to them again.
That's amazing.
That is amazing. It's crazy that someone from over here could take that idea and bring it there,
Yeah.
And it was only because the wrestler Kevin Matthews went there, and he went there with the New England guy, John Walters. You know
Amazing.
John Walters?
I've heard of Hurricane John Walters.
Yes.
Because local wrestling legend.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So, yeah, of course.
And I mean, if you study, you could study a lot of his matches, man, and I guarantee you'd pick up plenty of stuff.
Oh, for sure.
He's just incredible. The New England talent right now is as hot as it's ever been, but we still have put out so many already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think this is the place to be for wrestling, honestly.
absolutely.
I forgot who I spoke about this with. It might have been JT Dunn. I'm
Okay.
going to assume that it was JT Dunn. And
Right.
I asked him, so like, well, how should I try getting booked other places? He's like, stay right where you are, brother. Everybody's trying to come up here. And like, look, it's true. All the guys
It
from New
is.
Jersey are coming up here.
Yep.
People from up north coming down here.
Right. And it's the absolute truth. He and
Stay
he's
right
a
where you
guy
are.
that helped out Chaotic in my eyes, like as the champion he held the belt for I know over a year. I don't know if it was 15 months or 18 months, but he did a hell of a job because every title defense you knew you were gonna have a good match because you had such a ring general like JT Dunn.
Oh, yeah.
If you added 4 inches, 6 inches in height, he would have been gone a while ago.
There's a guy
He's
I would
that
definitely
good.
like to have a good match with. I think we
I don't
would tear
think
it
you
down.
couldn't have a good match. I think that guy could have a good match
You're
with
right.
anybody.
I definitely couldn't have a bad match. You're very correct.
No doubt. He's just incredible. But the guy that he dropped the belt to, Christian Casanova.
Oh, yeah.
Incredible talent, like you were just talking about.
There's a
Killing
guy I'd
Nova.
like to have. He had a great match recently with
Was it Brad Hollister?
No.
Because he did
Chris
have a match
Venom.
with him, too.
He had a great match with Chris Venom.
Oh, Chris
At the
Venom.
Proving Ground. Yeah,
Chris
I was there.
Venom.
I was not on the card, but I showed up just in case someone didn't show up.
Nice. I'm actually going to get Chris Venom on. I'm just waiting for like the summer to get over, and then I'm going to do a second show and bring Chris on. Such a solid veteran. The Revolution, Chris Venom.
Yes.
Did you follow him at all? Like before he had stopped wrestling, or when he came back, was this the first time you got to know?
First time I got to know him recently.
Really?
Yes.
Nice. And
Very
he's
good.
a hell of a talent.
Very good guy. Nice guy, too.
Absolutely. Anybody else you want to talk about? Anybody that, think about? Anybody important in your life that you want to talk about?
I'm not sure. Let me. Maybe there's some new guys coming out at the RWA Chop Shop that
Okay.
are being trained by Brickhouse Baker.
Nice.
Yeah, they colloquially call themselves the Young Guns.
The Young Guns? Okay.
Collectively, rather, call themselves the Young Guns.
Nice.
Yeah,
And Brickhouse is trading them.
yeah. There's like Deshaun Diego. There's the Harry Brooks, the AJ. Yeah, and there's some other guys who have been
AJ,
around.
is that AJ Phoenix?
Phoenix, yeah.
So that's who trained AJ was Brick?
yes.
Wow. No wonder why
Yeah,
the kid's
there's,
so good.
there's
Seriously.
Justin Coco Sylvia.
Yep.
He's another guy you should definitely keep an eye on.
Nice. Now, AJ, did he just graduate from high school this year?
Probably, yes.
That's crazy because I've seen a couple of matchups and he's really good
Yes.
for a height. And he's what, like 18, I think. I think I just saw his last
I
birthday.
don't even think he's 18.
Really?
I
So
think
he's
he's
still-
only 17.
No kidding, because that's my youngest daughter's 17, man. I couldn't even imagine her wrestling, never mind being as good as he is already at 17 years old. That's amazing.
Yes,
and you
that's
know,
his whole life
and
around
he
the ring.
obviously put the work in.
Yeah, and he spent his whole life around a ring.
Oh,
basically
yeah, yeah.
grew up in it.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
See, I had no idea. I'd love
No
to get him on the
surprise.
show someday. So you plug that show you were talking about again. We only got a minute to go, and then
That's
I'll
all right.
plug
We
the
got a
Fenway.
minute left. July 27th at NCW. I'm going to be at Kids Day in North Attleboro. I'm pretty sure at one of the two shows that they do.
Nice.
Come check us out. And then August 4th, it's me and El Jabroni at Fenway Park, baby.
Yeah, the El Mundo Festival.
El Mundo.
And that's at Fenway Park, Sunday, August 4th. Bell time's 11 o'clock. It's put on by the Bell Time Club and Dante Luna. This thing is going to be wild. I think this is the 4th year they've been there. So I expect them to, put on another great show. Tony, I want to thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having
You know
me
what I
on,
mean?
Leo. I had a great time.
Me too.
I'm sorry for the smell.
It's all right. I can't say that because I'd get slapped when I got home. But yeah, so this is everybody for Tony the Tuna. I'm Leo Connors for the Ring and All Other Sports, and we're out, guys.
Put it
Peace.
at right there and follow me. Tony the Tuna. Follow me on everything.
Nice.
Thank you. Bye, guys.